gonna wear my happy glasses. He was known for his glasses. He would always pop the lenses out. So if you have your happy glasses on, feel free to wear them. I don't think I need to tell anyone in this room why my twin was the most charismatic, the coolest man that you could have ever met. You could have met Happy for 30 seconds and known that this guy was special. And he was different. Can't you tell with these glasses? Pop the lenses out. I looked into his closet. He had 20 of them, and I was like, which one do I pick? You could have never met my brother and have seen last night at the One More Night celebrations, or on social media, or today, right here in this room, how many people in his short 26 years he had touched and impacted in a deeply profound, meaningful, and life-altering way. Each of us had our own story of happy. Each of us had a moment to cling to that was most characteristically happy. And the beautiful part about it was that all of these stories were different. They're all different because happy was everything. Whether it was his infectious smile, or his energy, his laughter, his ability to bring people together, his positive outlook towards life, Happy was a point of light who brought happiness to thousands around the globe. As a twin brother, Happy and I had a blast fooling around and playing pranks on others. I want to share with you a few of my most vivid twin pranks. We went to a private Catholic school growing up as children. We were very notorious for being the most mischievous kids at school. It was so bad that every time my brother got into trouble, he would tell the nuns it was a kosh. So I was like, I'm going to teach him a lesson too. Every time I get into trouble, I'm going to blame it on Happy. The nuns got so tired of it that they were like, both these guys are fooling around, we're going to be whooping them both. So every time he got in trouble, she was like, both of you stand up front and you both are getting it. As young children, you'll see some of our pictures. It was so hard even for my grandfather to identify who was Happy and who was Akash. We were so identical all the way to grade school. My mom would tie me a red band and my brother a yellow band. And when we felt like fooling around, we'll take the bands out and be like, hey, let's trade them so we can just get a kick out of it. You know, it was one time, my brother was sick, Happy was sick, and my grandfather's trying to give me the medicine. I'm like, Dada, it's not me. It's Happy who's got a fever. Report cards. They would always mess up our grades. His grades would be in mine, my grades would be in his report card. We never played a prank in exams where he would let me take his exam or I take his exam. We were quite equally sharp in school. Just recently, I want to share a couple stories growing up as adults. I was attending an award ceremony and I sent Happy, and both my professors are here from college. It turns out I was running late to the program. My brother walks in, and everybody starts congratulating him, be like, Akash, congratulations. And my brother, he was an artist. He was an actor. So he played around with these people, telling them he was Akash. In fact, just a few months ago, I was in Washington, D.C., and the Leadership Oklahoma, one of the largest nonprofits in Oklahoma, were honoring me, and I was like, Happy, I am in D.C. Do you mind going for me? He went, he accepted the award, and nobody knew. Not one person knew. This guy walked up to the stage, he's like, I'm Akash Patel. And we've got pictures. Well, I want to talk to you about my pranks that I played on him. Being the cool guy he was, he would host all these shows and concerts in Oklahoma City. I would dress up just like Happy, wear his glasses, go to the concert, and all these ladies would come running to me and be like, Happy! And I'd be like, yeah. Play around with him all the way through the concert until Happy would show up from backstage and he'd be like, what are you doing with all these people? I was like, I was just trying to be you. Well, you know, it's going to be hard for me to play those pranks now. And life is not going to be the same without him. I'm going to miss playing the many pranks. Mom is going to miss when he knocked the door and he would tell her, Mom, what's for dinner tonight? Dad is going to miss the long family road trips that we took in a limo, in Steve's limo. Do you remember that, Steve? We're going to miss partying it up at Life in Color or at one of his shows, Daydream. But we know we've got a larger family. Last night, I was at the event honoring Happy. You've got hundreds of other sons around the country that love you and that love you both. And they're in this room from Florida to New York to Canada to Australia. We've got family all around the globe. Growing up, I always thought I was the cool twin. Nah, I was wrong. My twin was the coolest. Over the last 2 weeks, my family and I have received thousands of messages and social media posts from people all around the globe that spoke of Happy's lively, charismatic, joyful, and larger-than-life personality that made everyone smile and brightened the darkest room. A young lady told my mom how my brother sent a limo to pick her up when she had lost her shoes. A childhood friend shared a story of how Happy had protected her from bullies who were calling her fat. A father shared how Happy sent 2 baby ligers to his son's birthday party. The Greater Wynnewood Exotic Animal Park spoke of how my brother loved and played with their many animals, especially the baby tigers. He brought tens of people to the park to play with the animals and learn about their conservation efforts. Happy always tried to make things special for everyone around him. It is heartwarming to learn that the park will be naming the next newborn baby tiger Happy in his honor, and they will be dedicating a nursery where you play with the baby tigers as Happy Place. Thank you, Jeff. I know Jeff is somewhere in this room with the Wynnewood Exotic Animal Park and Zoo. Thank you for hosting a happy birthday memorial and tiger nursery dedication on Sunday, May 6th, one day before your birthday. Happy sure did pack a lot into his 26 years. He was a man who lived the life of 100 men in 26 years. He was the definition of work hard, play hard. He lived every day, every moment to the fullest, like it was his last. His life has taught us all one thing, that death does not have to be its unknown and unspoken fear that stalks you throughout your life. It can be your life's driving force. It can be your life's driving force to make your time here so meaningful that when people speak of your legacy, they talk about your sheer brilliance, your light, your kindness, and the monumental impact you had on people on this earth. While this is a very rough and tragic moment in our lives, we will make it through in exactly the way he taught us. Don't worry, be happy. We will fall down and we will ache like no other ache we have known. And we will all pick each other up. We'll pick each other back up and fill our lives with the simple pleasures, the laughter, his infectious smile, the love, and we will make it through. Because that's what he wanted us all to be. Nothing but happy.